This is a painting I'm starting, but I wanted to make something perfectly clear. The reason why they look the way that they do is it's a collaborative effort. Like this part right here, I didn't do this. This is done by this like mentally challenged kid down the street. He's not a kid, he's about 36 years old. So I have him like just sort of pencil it in for me. And if he does a good job, then I like buy him a hot dog in the corner store. So I get it to this point, and then I just fill it in like it's a coloring book. I was over at Key Food and I saw a product that I wanted to try because I thought it was sort of outrageous and I'd never seen it, and that's Spam Hot and Spicy. And Spam Hot and Spicy on the back says that you can make tacos out of it. I'll eat Spam. I have and I will, and occasionally I'll buy it. I buy it sort of like, I get a craving for Velveeta cheese, so I'll buy Velveeta cheese. So I'm going to try this. Well, it looks like Spam, except it's a little sort of orangish colored, which is sort of like, reminds me of Dominican food or Puerto Rican food. They use this, I don't know. Bucket, my cat wants some. They use this like orange grease stuff that they sell in stores to like flavor and cook with. Well, we'll find out. I want a big chunk, of course. At first, you can't even tell. It tastes like Spam. It just tastes like Spam, but there's an aftertaste that I see. Let me try a smaller piece. Well, I'm not really sure what they're using for the... It's spicy. Sort of spicy like a Dorito, something like that. It doesn't, you can bake this stuff? I thought you were just supposed to eat it out of the can. It really doesn't say. They do have a picture that looks like it would be on a Goya package. Like rice and peas and something else, and little chunks of Spam. I don't know. Like, what's the matter with regular Spam? I'd eat this taco, but I think I'd rather have it with regular meat. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. Bucket, my cat, is very interested in it, but I won't give it to Bucket. I'm gonna eat a really big piece. This is giant. Get the whole flavor. Well, this is what I think. Let me have one more bite to make sure. I just feel like it's unnecessary. They already have Spam and sort of like cherry Coke. Like, why would you want cherry Coke? It also reminds, what it really reminds me of? It reminds me of pork rinds, the spicy flavored pork rinds. That's what this reminds me of a lot. I got it now. Hang on, let me have one more piece. It's like if you flavored Spam with the dust that they flavor the spicy pork rinds with. That's what this reminds me of. It's not objectionable. It's just like a different flavored Spam. I don't really find it anything that I would buy again. I got one more piece. Maybe I'll try baking this or barbecuing it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hot and spicy. I say it's ridiculous. That's how I rate it. It's just ridiculous. If I was going to get Spam again, I'd get Spam. I would not get this. They had another one there too. I didn't even look. I was just like, hot and spicy, I'll take that. No good. So some things are better left just, you just leave them alone. Red Bull is not one of those. Red Bull really should make the root beer Red Bull. And they should make I'm not drinking caffeine now though, so it sort of, I don't care what you all do, Red Bull. Maybe if they brought Red Bull root beer in, I would just do a little shot glass of Red Bull now and then. Just in the morning, just a tiny bit, like a half a can or a quarter of a can, not the whole can. I'm not doing that anymore. I probably won't go back to caffeine, to tell you the truth. It's the truth. I feel better. This, I don't know. Why? That's what I asked you. Hormel or Spam Company. Is this Hormel? Yeah, it is. It's a Hormel product. Hormel makes a great pig's foot in a jar. They make great pig's feet. They're delicious. If you haven't had pig's feet and you like vinegar, maybe you should try Hormel's product. It's pig's feet in a can. You have to like that kind of rubberiness and vinegar taste. I do. I like pig's feet. I like to cook them. I'll cook them too in a crock pot. I'll cook them sort of like, I got this from a Taiwanese friend, that you can cook them sort of like you would chicken claws, chicken talons in a little bit of Coke or Dr. Pepper. It's pretty good. I say no. Why'd you do it, Spam? Why'd you do it? This one's pretty much done. The watermelon-headed kid and Jesus Sasquatch. I think it's done. I'll move on and start working on another one. After the Spam, I had to wash that down with something. And I bought this product the other day, which is this coconut milk. And this is a pretty good product. This I got at home, and I didn't know what to expect. It tastes pretty good. It's similar to it's not like milk. It's like coconut milk. Because that is what it is, coconut milk. But you could use it on cereal or something. And there's enough sort of trying to imitate milk that you could use this. And it also, on the same hand, doesn't taste, it tastes like coconut milk. It really does. It tastes like coconut juice. That's mostly what's in it, I assume. Yeah, it's real good. It tastes like coconut. I like it. Let's see what's in it. I do. I like this product. I'm gonna keep buying it. I don't know if Walmart sells it. Coconut. I'm talking. Jesus Christ. Coconut water from concentrate. Water, coconut water concentrate. Water, coconut cream, less than 2% of stabilizers. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll buy this. My neighbor comes down the steps, and he's this dude, he's a nice guy, but for some reason, when he comes down the steps, the dogs bark. He's sort of like this, I don't know, it's about my size, young dude, athletic, so he's like, They can hear him. He's not super loud or anything, but he's just, you know, sort of like he'll run up the steps. Just something that I would do when I was his age. So I got, you know, it's fine. The dog should shut up, in other words. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what my neighbor's doing. Does it? Billy's not supposed to bark. I don't like that. I'm gonna have some more of this. It's really delicious. Yeah, it's a pretty good product. I like it a lot. Yeah. I say thumbs up on this. Oh, Vita Coco makes it. No wonder. They make a good coconut water, so this is not really a shock. I didn't even look. You know, I just bought it. I'm like, coconut milk. I like the label. I'll buy it. So that it does make sense that it would be a good product. I like the coconut water that has the bits of coconut floating in it. It's tasty. It's like a little meal. It's real good. I'm gonna have a little bit more. Yum. Yum. If I'm not drinking anymore. I haven't drank in years, but if I was still bartending or something, I would try and make a drink out of this. Not a traditional coconut milk drink. I'm trying to do something else. It's a good product. Like, it's good to drink. I could see making mixed drinks with it because it's, you know, milk is terrible in a mixed drink. I was always grossed out when people would come in and order that shit. All right, I'll make it for you, but that's gonna suck. But they like it, you know. It's gross. It's gross. You don't put alcohol, like eggnog, you know. You making eggnog this Christmas? Your family's coming. You're gonna put rum in eggnog. You ruin the eggnog. Yeah, it's a really good product. I like it. I like all the different types of milk that they have now, which aren't milk, but they're, you know, foam milk. I like soy milk. I'll drink, you know. It's a nice change. I still like cow milk, though. That is my favorite, which is sort of cow milk is strange. It's sort of like honey, you know, in that it's like this excretion from another animal. It's fucking milk from a cow? Come on. Nobody's really supposed to be drinking milk after they're weaned. Like, no mammal. Dogs aren't supposed to do that. Cats aren't supposed to do that. And from what I understand, I noticed something on a lactose commercial, like that lactate or whatever they call it. Excuse me. But evidently, you have to have a gene to be able to drink milk and not have problems. Oh. I'm burping up the spam. It's gross. It's gross the second time. But you have to have like this gene that I believe European people do. So you have to have like some kind of European ancestry in you to be able to like drink milk. I think. This is my latest painting that I'm working on. This is Bigfoot here. And Bigfoot is going to fight this robot. And the robot has he has circular saw blades for hands. So it's a pretty nasty robot. But I never fear, he's got a gun. He has a gun. It's like a shotgun, but it's a pistol. It might not be legal. Yeah, I like this one. It's gonna be like Bigfoot's gonna be on the daylight side, right? That's gonna be the sun. And then the nighttime side will be the robot. But he's got it, so it's a single shot. He's got one shot, go for a kill shot on the robot, the head. I also gave Bigfoot a shovel. I gave him a shovel and a bucket of acid. So after you shoot him, you probably beat him with the shovel, and then you pour the acid on him. That bucket of acid, need some detail on that bucket of acid. It's looking pretty sweet. The robot has the mothership, but don't fear, and I'll tell you why. is because we have, that's a Trident sub. He's got a Trident sub to back him up. That might end up being the USS Saratoga. Could be. We have another carrier out there, and also I have a paddle wheel boat from like 1855, 1860, something like that, sort of like you would see on the Mississippi River or the Missouri River. Probably got Mark Twain on there with Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. I'm not sure. Huck is sort of a slacker. I don't know. So, who would win? Who would win in this scenario? Oh, unless the Trident sub could knock out the spaceship, you know, it doesn't matter if we have Bigfoot. We're going to be in a zoo. The aliens are going to put us in a zoo. That's the big plan, isn't it? That's why we're here. It's like a breeding colony, and then just take us off every now and then. Bigfoot knows about it. Bigfoot. They bring them down here. They bring them down here. Bigfoot's actually a biological recording device. Bigfoot is actually a spy, and he is on the robots team, just so you know. So don't think that Bigfoot's going to help us out, because Bigfoot's not. Bigfoot does the bidding for the gray aliens. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Yes, we have a Trident sub, and yes, we have aircraft carriers, but they have spaceships and robots that have, you know, at the very least, they're going to have circular saws or chainsaws for hands. It's not going to be pretty. So this is my next painting. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to put it on a shirt. This might just be a painting. It'll probably be on a shirt. Why not? You can own a Peter Caine. This is going to be a good one. It is. I didn't know if I should make the shovel square, like one of those. I think this is actually called a spade. I think. Well, he's got a shovel or a spade in his hand. He could beat the crap out of that robot. A human being against a robot, even with a shovel, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose against a robot. You would probably lose if you have a shovel against Bigfoot. Bigfoot will kick your ass. There's no way. A shovel might be handy if you're attacked by two dogs, though. I recommend something to wave to make yourself look bigger. Dogs, come on, they're easy. Now you are a human. Say this isn't Bigfoot. This is a human, and over here there's a chimp. You do not have the gun. You only have the shovel, and you're going against a chimp. I think you would die. I honestly, I think that the chimp will circle around and get you from the backside. All he has to do is get a hold of you. You're gone. You can't beat a chimp, not even with a shovel. There's a lot of animals on this planet that like having a big stick or something, you know. That might keep the chimp at bay for a little bit, but they can rip off a door on a car. A chimpanzee against Bigfoot. If it was a juvenile, I might put money on the chimp. Chimps are crazy strong. They have 5 times more testosterone than a human. You can't beat a chimp. You know, I don't know, maybe the stick, they're not as smart as us, so maybe the stick would make you look bigger with a chimp. Maybe. I mean, certainly try it. I don't think a chair's going to do too much, but a chair, like if a dog's attacking you, put the chair down in front of them. Ha! What are you going to do? Keep moving it around. Get out of here, dog. You can't do that to Bigfoot or a chimp or even a robot. Kiss your ass goodbye. Dogs? No problem. I don't understand why so many people are getting bit, because they're stupid. They are. It's like, I mean, honestly, let's just face it. If the mothership comes down with the robots and the robots have, let's try and cut a deal. You know, please take everything that we have, but don't put us in your zoo. or consider this the zoo, let us stay here. They could come down and take our water. They could come down and take whatever they want. Well, it'll be like, you know, Columbus and the natives. It'll be the same thing. We'll be up Schitt's Creek. We'll be showing them our Trident subs, and it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. You know, we could put in a big old mushroom cloud back here, because we will try and blow them up. I just don't think it's gonna. I just don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Anyway, this is the painting I'm working on right now. Now you can't blow up a spaceship. I've watched Star Trek. You can't do that. It doesn't work. Now, if they came down and we had like Optimus Prime, maybe, and Bigfoot and Optimus Prime. Yeah, Optimus Prime is a robot. He could beat another robot. He's also an alien. We need something like that on our side. Our ass is grass. If it happens, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I hope it happens. It'd be pretty awesome. It'd be a great way to like, you know, if like, okay, so we are going to be on the other planet or wherever in the zoo. No big deal. What are you going to do? It's not like you have a choice. At least you would know that there was, you know, there's something else other than us. There's something greater than us for sure. That's probably the case, but there's probably something greater than us that isn't a god. It's just another being in the universe, or a robot. Bigfoot's gonna be on the daylight side, like that. That's the sun, right? And then the robot side, see, it's all jagged like that. That's gonna be the nighttime side, and he's gonna be over here with the atomic blast and the mothership. See the moon? It's gonna be the nighttime side. So I'm gonna sort of paint a dark side and a real light side. He's on the freaking beach. There's a lot of sand. I'm gonna have to paint in a lot of sand. Been on the news this morning, and I thought that it was interesting that Don Jr. went to Canada to go hunting because he was having so much anxiety about like him being indicted. He knows he's going to get indicted because he's lied. He lied before Congress. He lied to Mueller. And there's all this information we're getting now. The whole Trump family is in trouble. And I'm sorry, Trump supporters, that is the way that it looks. But that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't vote for him. I'm like, he lies constantly. Why am I going to vote for a president that just blatantly lies? That whole Obama thing was just like, that was too much. The first time I heard it out of Donald Trump's mouth, I'm like, really? And then I'm hearing, no, that's not true. He really, you know, and I'm like, oh, so Donald Trump just makes shit up. I'm not going to vote for him. So I didn't. So Donald Trump does know stuff that's happening because he's the president. By the way, you know, Donald Trump would be indicted and he would have to serve time if he wasn't president. Right now, it's conclusive. That's it. That's the president that you voted for. Why are you still supporting this guy? This is just the tip of the iceberg, in case you were wondering. This is just in regards to the stuff that happened. This has nothing to do with Mueller, you know, really. It has to do with somebody that Trump, a federal judge that Trump appointed in the Southern District of New York. Trump would be in jail. So that's just how it is. And one other thing is, I know a lot of people are saying, no, the Democrats aren't going to impeach. It's better to just like vote him out of office. No, there's an obligation, a legal and moral obligation for Congress to impeach him, or he needs to be indicted. Something needs to happen on just this alone, and we don't even know what Mueller has. There's more stuff that's going to happen. So just this alone, There's an obligation legally and morally to impeach Trump or to indict him. Take your pick. But Don Jr. ran to Canada because he believes that this week is the week where they're going to indict him. You know, what good is that going to do? That sounds like it'll just make it worse. I understand that he would have anxiety. He would have a lot of anxiety knowing that it's coming. But going hunting, you're just in Canada. So what? So you're in Canada. You know you have to come back. He can't hide any place in the world, so it's not really an advantage. I could understand that need to be like, no, I want to go in on my own terms or something like that. But that could end up being worse. That could be end up worse. That could be the FBI meeting you at the airport and causing a big scene. You know, and if you're up there and you have anxiety and you don't want to go back, and then you're staying, 5 days longer, and there's already people in the indictment that have like gone through the process, they've been fingerprinted, they had the pictures taken, they've gone before the judge, and then they're waiting for Don Jr. to come back. He would be causing more, look at me, I'm a criminal. That is not a good idea. I understand, but that's just how it is. And I'm sorry, Trump supporters. I'm sorry that you voted for him. You didn't do our country any favor. And I'm also sorry that if you're still supporting him, you're just foolish. It's just, you got to be kidding me. Cohen's going to jail. You know that, right? Donald Trump was talked about in those papers. Donald Trump was the ringleader. Something's going to happen to Trump. That's just how it is. And as a Republican, I'm disappointed in the whole Republican Party. And I really think that the Republican Party that needs clean house. Do not vote Republican, vote Democrat. And if you hear anybody ever say, like I heard some idiot that I know on Facebook trying this shit, like, well, they're all dirty. Both parties are dirty. No. There's a party that's talking bullshit and lying a lot. That's the Republican Party. I was talking about how in North Carolina that there's a criminal investigation going on with somebody in the Republican Party. And then this idiot starts talking about, this is what she says. She says, yeah, but they had like a guy that they hired to do the dirty work. And the guy that they hired at one point had run for an office as a Democrat, okay? So she said, yeah, but that guy ran as a Democrat. Who gives a fucking shit if that guy tried to run for office being a Democrat? The Republican Party is being investigated in North Carolina. It has nothing to do with the Democrat cheating. It has to do with the Republican cheating. And we have a president that has been saying, what's he been saying? He's been pointing the finger at everybody. Look in your own backyard, Trump. My guess is, this is honest God truth. This is what I think will happen to Trump. I think that he will be impeached or resign. I think when Trump gets out of office, then they will have indictments upon Trump. And then at that time, the sitting president can say, well, we could pardon him or not. And I don't think that they will. I think that there will be so many crimes against Trump that look treasonous in regards to he cheated. Do you understand? He cheated. We already have proof he cheated to get into office. That's the Michael Cohen stuff. He cheated. There's other stuff involved. There's bank fraud. There's other. You think that he wouldn't do that and then he wouldn't take Putin? You think that there's collusion, okay? There's collusion. That's what we know now. So don't say there's no collusion. There's collusion. And I do think that Trump will end up being sent to jail. I think he will be our first president that will serve time in if not a federal penitentiary, because they can go after him after he's out of office, or a state penitentiary. That's what I think. I honestly think that. I think this one's done. I'm almost 100% sure it's done. I'm just gonna leave it sort of like this. Like I don't want it super tight or anything. That's it. It's done.